Hello friends, in this video I am going to discuss Indian Constitution Fundamental Rights. Fundamental rights enshrined in the Constitution of India are the human rights given to every citizen of this country. Apart from the human rights, it covers all the traditional civil and political rights. So in this video, I will discuss the meaning and concept of fundamental rights. Let's start with the introduction. That is, fundamental rights are discussed in Part 3 of the Indian Constitution. Articles 12 to 35 describe the concept and features of fundamental rights. Now, the question is, what is the meaning of fundamental rights? Mentioned in the Part 3 of the Indian Constitution, fundamental rights are the human rights that guarantee and protect the civil liberties to every individual and facilitate them to live their lives in peace and harmony. About this provision of the Constitution, Justice Gajendra Gadkar says, very foundation and cornerstone of the democratic way of life assured in this country of the Constitution. Further, Justice P.N. Bhagwati says, these fundamental rights represent the basic values cherished by the people of this country since the Vedic times, and they are calculated to protect the dignity of the individual and create conditions in which every human being can develop his personality to the fullest extent. They weave a pattern of guarantee on the basic structure of human rights and impose negative obligation on the state not to encroach on individual liberty in its various dimensions. Next, sources of fundamental rights. Though the sources of fundamental rights is Bill of Rights of the United States of America. However, it is also inspired from Bill of Rights of England and Declaration of Rights of Man of France. Next, significance of fundamental rights. No democratic country can be imagined in the absence of fundamental rights. Therefore, in order to protect the human rights, individual rights, political freedom, right to equality, right to speech and expression, and also to preserve the human dignity, the inclusion of fundamental rights was indispensable. Next, classification of fundamental rights. Fundamental rights are broadly categorized into 6 parts as right to equality, Articles 14 to 18 of the Constitution, right to freedom, Articles 19 to 22 of the Constitution, right against exploitation, Articles 23 and 24 of the Constitution, right to freedom of religion, Articles 25 to 28 of the Constitution, cultural and educational rights, Article 29 and 30 of the Constitution, and right to constitutional remedies, Article 32 of the Constitution. Each category will be discussed in a separate video in detail. Kindly keep watching for the updates on this. Next, fundamental rights synopsis. In this image, you can check out all the 6 categories around the fundamental rights. Next, 7th category. Because of the growing need and circumstantial demands, the 7th category is also added, namely, right to privacy. Though it was there, but now this category is overtly and explicitly described in Article 21 of the Indian Constitution. So this is all about the fundamental rights